Hi guys, it's Scarlet Lovelock here, and it's been a while that I haven't streamed lately, and I need to share a side of the story to you. This is going to be honest story, not the lying BS. Well, first thing first, when I was younger, I always get in trouble a lot, and sometimes me and my sister work get along off and on. And sometimes I get into fight with her, especially my parents. And and when I was fifth grade, um, I was minding my own business, ready, finished off my test. Until then, my fifth grade teacher came up to me and looked upset with me, and then she took me to girls' bathroom and she showed me the girls' cubicle, and she thinks I vandalized girls' bathroom, and my I think it's my former friend Veronica Sylvia Thomas did it, who accused me when I was 11 years old, and I told my old classmate I didn't do it. No one believes me, and Santana just pointed fingers at me because I'm the one who did it, and I told him the other staff from elementary school, but nobody listened, and and I told my parents what happened, and they weren't happy. And then they decided to support me, so they kept me home from the other day. So while while do that, and then my dad just contacted the principal, so to straighten out, and then they did. And then fast forward, when I was a teenager, my sister and I began to get to fight over stupid things, and start feuding each other until I turned 18. And when I was 15, my sister sent me a death wish. I was dead and stay in the graveyard, blah, blah, blah. So I was fucking hurting me inside. I apologize for the swearing, but anyways, and my old narcissistic former teacher, Sandra Fabry, just put me in a back room over stupid things and tell lies to my dad and my sister and my mom. It was traumatized me, and she kept me in the back room without the lights on, kept me here until 3 p.m. So when I was so during my teenage years, I changed my name to Scarlet Lovelock. to protect my identity, my real life name. Yes, my real name was Veronica Elizabeth Maybelline Thomas. And on the flashback, so before I changed my name to Veronica Elizabeth Maybelline Thomas, I think it's either 10th grade or 2012. I've been nearly got raped by a boy named Evan Robinson Deer Running. He made me uncomfortable, and I told the teachers about it, including the middle, including the boy from that school teacher. No one believes me. And that boy named Evan just kept me silent for a long time. I told my dad and my sister, including my mom, what happened. They believed me. And I met that boy named, or that guy named Liam Chadwick. He's in 20s. That's when he just lied about his age, and he thought he's he was. I thought he was my age, and it turns out I got catfished. So I broke up with him, and that proves he's a pedo. So I just told my dad about it, including my mom, and my dad told me to stay the hell away from Liam Chadwick. So after I broke up with Liam Chadwick, I just met that boy named Gio, who is 1 year older than me, and I started dating him lately, and he has a stepfather issues, and his stepfather hates me because I'm First Nations, and so and he is unable to fight back against his stepfather, and his mother wasn't doing anything, and his mother doesn't like me either, and then I end up broke up with him because of his family. Um, During that time, I just had issues with my dad and hard to get along quite sometimes, and my mom had a really issues when she gets angry or she has a polar disorder or something, and my dad point the fingers like look in the future, look in the future, look at the future, blah blah blah, and it affects my mental health problems. And when I got back to school, I think it's 2014, and I found out Mrs. Fabry, or should I say Sandra Fabry, got fired for abusing me and put me in a back room for so so Exquama High School just hired a substitute teacher who's been nice to me lately, and then I was turned out okay, and I just became popular in high school. I started hanging out with the cool kids, including my cousin, especially my other cousin, which is Jenna, and she's been close friends to me, and that boy named Tristan Piercy has become jealous, and then he ended up bullying me, and he got me in trouble, and I lost a few of my friends, and I was depressed, and I ended up becoming emo again. I dressed like a goth or emo gothic, and I was at the girls group. A lady named Carol Disproven. She always take off my dark makeup, and I was not happy about it. I told my dad and my sister about it, so my sister disliked Carol but but Carol doesn't understand about gothic or emo thing. So during that time when I was 18 years old, as when my mom got as when my mom became unhinged and narcissistic. She took out an anger on me and my sister. As when my sister apologized to me, how she treated me that way while dad's in the hospital due to stomach surgery. Esther and I became best friends. As I know, it is not my mom's fault that she's been through, all because she's been dealing with residential schools and toxic relationship from the past. And again, she stole my money from my account to spend the money on her cigarettes. Or it turns out my dad confronted her, and during 2016, when I was friends with Fionn and the others, I became jealous of Fionn and her friends when they have a good mothers, which I don't. All because of my mom was unhinged and obsessing, and when mom was obsessing with expensive rings, expensive stuffs, and she took out an anger on me and my sister, including my mom, and I couldn't take anymore during that heated argument I have, and I just slapped her by mistake as a self-defense. And it's hard to say. During that 2016 and after the events happened, I think it's fall 2016, mom and I slowly getting along. And during that time, I first met my ex-boyfriend, Luke Winston. And I apologize for bringing up dead topics or anything, but I had a good relationship with Luke Winston during December 2016 until 2000, I mean, until 2000, no, December 21, 2016. He just made me uncomfortable. He asked me for inappropriate photos. I told him no. He got upset, and I was like, fine. Fine. He forced me to take off my clothes, and forced me to send my nudity bodies to Luke Winston, and I regretted it. I've been kept silent myself all day, and I didn't tell my dad or my sister. As before New Year's Eve, I end up broke up with Luke Winston for his action. And it took me a few days to heal up, and I end up dating my other ex-boyfriend. Whether started this video as when Luke Winston and the other person became jealous. Actually, it was Luke Winston became jealous of whether started this video, and I end up feud with Luke Winston because I hardly take way too far in him for past years, and so I keep feuding him for rest of 2017. And as I know, I try to defend myself against Luke Winston, and I kept blocking him. He keeps coming back over and over, and I kept creating alternative Facebook accounts. He kept coming back, and during that 2017, I end up getting along with my mom and my sister because and I started hanging out with Nathan Apani, and my dad or my mom wasn't aware I was dating Weather Star lately, and September 2017, I did reconnect it with Luca Dion, as when he friends with me, including the others. And my dad wasn't happy about it, and 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 I had a good friends with Preston Saltpeter until 2019 or late 2018. During a fast forward in 2018, when late Chief Andy died of fatal heart attack, and then give up when the money comes out towards me and my older reserve, and my mom got snapped, and she just took out frustration on me and my sister and my dad over renewal vows, and my mental health goes downhill, and I just end up depressed, and whether start this video avoid me, because I know, but due to the fact when whether start this video took out his anger to everyone, especially his own fans, even though it's just in the past, but still, as when Darius just first met me, he just take down Weatherstar until he stopped, blah blah blah, and I wasn't ready to get to know of Darius, I end up depressed, and that's when Luke Dion just kept pressing buttons on me, asking me for nudity photos and asking seducing Preston Solipers when he was married. I told Luke Dion that Preston's already married, but they didn't care, so kept demanding me for money for the baby oils and inappropriate stuff that I didn't want it, and then I've been forced spent the money on the baby oils and including inappropriate stuff. It's possible groceries and bills, and my parents not happy about it, and so does my sister. And then I always end up depressed, and I become alcoholism, and I keep drinking the alcohol for every weekend, and I kept depression thoughts, and I've been smoking cigarettes, and in October 2018, during a Halloween 2018, Luke Dion I mean, Luke Winston just told the lies to my parents, including my sister. It, it, I finally just listened to Luke, and I just heartbroken. As when my parents started to talk to me not much, and I was depressed, and in November, I ran away. As when my dad took me home, I was depressed. As as when December 2018, during a time I tried to fix up everything for my family, and Luke abused me and accusing me that I sent the nudes to the boys. And he threatened to leak the nudity photos to everyone on Facebook on December 2021. And I tried to take my own life. And I failed to commit suicide. I told my dad and my sister about it. Actually, I told my dad. And my dad says, you should block Luke because he is no good. So I have to agree. And the Boxing Day 2018, Luke Winston got terminated on his first account. Because I know Taylor Jolliker was trying to protect me, and DL Patterson blamed me, everything. And it ruined the friendship between with me and Preston. When Preston Soliper got manipulated, and I've been forced to send my body photos to Preston. During the fast forward, my dad found out what happened. Preston got blamed, and I've been forced to block Preston, which Preston didn't do it. It was Dion got idea from that, and I was depressed and I heartbroken. I just crying to my sleep. My sister, former friend Marie, turned against me and Esther. I tried to tell Marie and Preston's family for what's going on, and they ignored me and then blocked me. And while that time, the girls in real life want to beat me up to death. In summer 2019, I was on the computer, have a good time with Taylor. And the others on the voice chat, and my late sister Kathy called me. I just come up the door and I saw the police officer came by, and the police tried to get me arrested, or he just came up to me and told me I was arrested for sexual crimes, and the police officer about to handcuffs me but my mom and my late sister Kathy to stop the police officer. So, and my mom was like, Babs, get your ID. Show the ID to the police officer. And I showed the ID to the police officer, and I told the police officer that my real name was Veronica Elizabeth Maybelline Thomas, and the police officer was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I thought you're Veronica Sylvia Thomas." I was like, "No, I am not Veronica Sylvia Thomas." "Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for trying to handcuffs you. I thought you were Veronica Sylvia Thomas, but I'm sorry." So he let me go. After the police officer left, I've been traumatized, and I just end up crying in the computer room. So that's why I changed my name to Scarlet or Velvet to protect my real name. Because if I didn't change my name to Scarlet for today, I might be in jail, which I didn't want that. In 2020, during a pandemic, I first met Andrew and his friends, including Aiden, um, including Promo. And I have a great time with Andrew, and I share the side of the story with Andrew, and I know Andrew and his friend Aiden. understand that I've been through. And and when the 2021 hits, after I broke up with whether start this video due to the fact his behavior from the past, and I know he's trying to improve his behavior, and I was had a good time with Andrew, and my family slowly improving Andrew. He was Andrew was a great boyfriend from the past. As when my family found out for what Luca Dion just done, they end up cut ties with Luca Dion for their actions, and Andrew tried to protect me. Because I know he was a strong man during that time. And June 2021, Andrew did save my life from Luca Dion. It took me for the longest time to get healed up. As when December 2021, I end up stand up to Luca Dion. I just blocked them both. As before, I start hanging out with Jeremy Payer by mistake. And during 2022, Promo wasn't happy that I started hanging out with Jeremy, and then Jeremy Payer just manipulate me to listen to him instead of Promo, and forced me to unfriended Jeremy, and I wasn't happy about it. And during that time, I started hanging out with Car.H and his friends. I first met with Juan during that time, and I have a swearing issues in Animal Crossing. During I was dating with Andrew, and my mom ended up getting ill, and she was not feeling well, and she ended up friends with Jeremy as well, and she doesn't know that she got manipulated, and I've been forced to date with Jeremy Payer during that time. And I told Jeremy I was taken, he didn't care. And I told a share of a side of a story with Jeremy, and he ended up making fun of me, and he told me to go jump off the bridge. So I kept avoiding him multiple times, and he just guilt tripping me. And as when I broke the silence, I told Promo and the others everything. And I think it's September 2022, I told Promo everything for what Jeremy just done. Turns out Promo believes me. So I showed the evidence to Promo. So during a voice chat, I start reconnecting with Promo back then. A few weeks later, I start hanging out with him, and Jeremy didn't like it. I told Jeremy to shut up and mind his own business. So as when Promo hired me to raid other people's island, and so I did. So after I dumped Jeremy Payer, I just did fix up relationship between me and Andrew. Andrew forgave me for what I'd done. So after that, I think it's October 22. I think it's I think it's October 2022. I end up go on raiding spree against Jack Rumi, also known, or should I say Jack Rumi, or Jack, also known as Rumi, or whatever his name. I did raid Jack Rumi as when he's in 30s, and while Promo was 14 years old, and when Jack tried to flirt with Promo and the other minors, and when Promo had enough with Jack, so Promo hired me to raid his island. So I did raid Jack to teach him a lesson, and during a time my mom just blocked Jeremy Payer after my mom told me that he called mom a liar. So I end up defending my mom against Jeremy. So I just blocked Jeremy from Animal Crossing, and he keeps coming back over and over again. And during that time when Promo got pissed off with Austin, so Promo hired me to rape Austin, the one who wants to date with the older guys when he was a teenager. I told Austin that teenagers dating with the older guys is really illegal. He didn't listen, blah blah blah, and so I end up rating Austin. So I just barely could take it. I cannot take it anymore, and I kept unfriending Jeremy. He keeps coming back over and over again. Every time I just cover up the wooden boards, and he keeps coming back. In December 2023, I start feuding with Jeremy, Halo Fox, Luca Dion. I know taking way too far on users is bad idea. When I start dating with Andrew, it the relationship between me and Andrew turns out disaster because I just have a long distance financial issues, and my parents were struggling save up a money, and it is too distressed out, and as when I get a know of Darius, and I start hanging out for a while that time, and it's hard to say, but as I know one was right, I should listen to him, because according to airport, it's really, really expensive to get it to come over to Minnesota. As I know, it's a lot of money. So my parents got distressed out about it, and I got distressed out too. And my parents and my sister avoid each other, not talk about it. So during the summer 2023, my sister come talk to me a lot. Come talk to me, and she invited me to Billy Talent concert. And I asked Esther, it's like, hey, Esther, when the Billy Talent concert comes? I think it's Esther was like, I think it's October 11, 2023. And so July 2023, I end up got the summer haircut when I got short hair. When I get the really confidence. So the reason why did I get the summer haircut every summer year? Because one, I try to take I mean, one, I took a break from my long hair, so I don't mind with the long hair, but I give my long hair a long time rest. Two, it is too hot for the summer. Three, I've been no three um I try to fit in to hang out with popular people. When the popular people get to know me with my short hair. During that time when I had the short hair, my family gave me a lovely compliments, especially my sister, Esther, including Andrew. Um, um, what else is I should say? Yeah. Oh yes. During that time, I ended up start feuding with PFD because I took way too far on other users, and so PFD and I just pissing each other off and acting jealous each other. Until now, I stopped feuding with PFD. I sincerely apologize for feuding with PFD because it's really, really hard to get along with him, including other people online. My mistake for getting to feud with Fionn and the others, and so I admit it. And I didn't mean to acting delusional to everyone, especially the others who I know. For now, I lost my friends because of my behavior, and I've been struggling with fix up everything what I've done. I try to tell my sister, but my sister might be now avoiding me or something. The only one who I talk to is my dad, especially Kyle Rangel. Sometimes I don't talk to him that much, and I understand that people cut ties with Darius because of his action, especially he simped on Irene, which he stopped. As when he accused her of being pedophilia, when Darius was trying to tell people a honest opinion about an OC thing, which I'm not going to mention her name. No way. So for now, I stopped. Took way too far on other users online. I just moved on from drama wars. Because every time I always to I always been told to shut up or shut the fuck up. And I wasn't happy about it. And sometimes me and Esther have off and on getting along, and my sister accusing me and compare me to my mom when my mom was having problems. And I lost my late sister Kathy, when she died of kidney failure. So I know my family and I have been grieving over my sister Kathy's death on December 2023 before Christmas. And I've been reflecting my actions and everything, what I did. I told my dad or my sister the side of the story, and my dad kept changing his subject and telling me everything's okay and everything's going to be fine, and which is not. And and I know and I know that I've been struggling to get to know of Esther's friends, and then it was really, really tough for me then. Even though I still love my sister Esther, especially I still love my parents. As I know, I'm still friends with someone who I know on TikTok, such as Angie Karas, Soul Keever, Birdie Sims. What else? I, especially the Savage guy or whatever his name, and then I wasn't ready to talk to them about the side of story or anything. It's hard to say, guys, but I apologize for bringing up dead topics, but I just try to tell you an honest story that I've been through a lot lately. But it's no excuse, but it's honest the truth, you know. Because I know my mom was struggling to get over Kathy's death and try to move on from X, especially the traumatized that she been through when residential school just ruined her life. Like, it's not her fault that she being like that towards me and my sister and my mom. I mean, my dad. And it's not my fault either. Every time I've been told to shut up sometimes, especially I've been told to shut the fuck up as well. And especially the traumatized I've been through, and when I was younger, my narcissistic cousin Freddie Jr. and his ex-girlfriend Crystal traumatized me, claiming the bees, especially the wasp, will eat me alive, which is not true. That's why I've been scared of the bugs, especially the bees, flies, and moths. I just traumatized. And my sister and my dad do understand. I have a phobia of the bees and etc. You know, if you guys doesn't want it, if you guys don't want to hear my side of the story, it's fine. Just ignore it. As for now, guys, I will move on from a drama awards so I can focus on the dancing videos, makeup tutorial videos, gaming videos, challenge videos, vlogging videos, and etc. The moral story is, do not, I repeat, do not take way too far on other users just like I did from the past. If you dislike other people who's been like that, ignore them and move on instead of taking way too far on them. Pretend they're not here. So don't take way too far on other users. For now, I will redeem myself and fix everything and try to rebrand my life. I understand I am not ready to talk to Fionn and the others, so I wasn't ready because of my behavior for a long time. Speaking of it, I mostly regretted for forgetting Fionn's birthday, all because of my mom acting delusional, and my mom was think Fionn is a bad influence, which is not. I told my mom that Fionn is not a bad person, but mom didn't listen. I mostly regret it for forgetting Fionn's birthday. I just reflecting my actions, and I sincerely apologize for this. I know I've been forgetting my family's birthday, and I regret it for that. And I wasn't ready for talk to my family members due to altercation degree in everything. And I apologize for lied about blocking Jeremy Payer because my friend Aiden asked me to raid Jeremy Payer and my other friends. I'm not going to mention their names, to fake friends with Jeremy to spy on him, and I regret it. I just blocked Jeremy Payer for good, and etc. And like I said, I will move on from the stupid drama wars shit. I apologize for the swearing, but I'll just move on from the drama wars things. So when I rebrand my life, I'll make sure I won't do, I will never ever do stupid things ever again. And rebuild my career and my life too. It's I know my sister and I still talk to, still talking each other, and I'm still hanging around with Esther's friend, so Esther approved it, and I'm still talking to the elders, especially the therapist who I talked to, and everything. I know you guys are disappointing with me for what I did, but I tried my best to rebrand my life, especially my career. So I think that that's it, what I said. That's it, what I said, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, if you don't want to hear, if you refuse to hear my side of the story, it's fine. Just ignore my story then. Anyways, that's all I'm saying. Good luck out there. Good luck out there. Bye.